Today I'm going to show you how to do an origami folding Father's Day shirt card. The supplies you'll need are scissors, tape or glue stick, a ruler, white paper, scrapbooking paper or wrapping paper, and then a complimentary color paper. The first step is to cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet out of your scrapbook paper. What you're going to do first is find the center of the scrapbooking paper by folding it in half long ways. Fold the crease down so you create a line. The second step is you're going to take one corner and fold it down following that center crease. You're going to do this on both sides. Almost like you're going to be folding a paper airplane. Do the best you can to make it as even as possible. The next step is to fold in half again, meeting the piece of paper to the center crease. And do the same thing on the opposite side. Do your best you can in folding, or you can get some help if you need to. The third step is to take the top point and fold it down to the bottom point that is created by those folds. Push down on the crease. I'm just going around and making sure each of the creases are really good. Next, open it up all the way so you can see all the lines that were created by those folds you just made. We're going to use these lines as orientation lines to know where to do our next folds. So the next step is taking the point and bring it down to that angled crease that was made by the bigger first triangular folds, like so. Next, this one's a little tricky, but we're going to create a triangle that will be the sleeves of the shirt. So we're going to cut this triangle in half by folding it up and over on both sides. So I folded so that there's a crease in the middle of those triangles, and then folding it up and over to create arrows that point out to the side, like so, when you fold the rest of the paper down. Next, we're going to flip the paper over and take the very bottom edge, straight edge, and fold it up about 1/2 inch. This is going to be the length of the collar of the shirt that we are creating. Next, we're going to take the corner where we folded it up and fold it at an angle. So we're not folding it straight, we're folding it at an angle so that there's a point. This is going to be the points of the collar, where the collar folds on a shirt, like so. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take that entire bottom half and you're going to fold it up to the very top and then extend it over the top edge just to the collar and crease. Press that crease down. So again, folding it over that top straight line of the paper so the collar extends over the edge of the paper. You can see that it looks like a t-shirt with sleeves and a collar. Next, you're going to fold those points down so that the collar has a folded edge on either side. Next, I'm taking the scrap piece of wrapping paper that I used, and I'm going to cut out a square the size of a front pocket of a t-shirt. I'm going to use double stick tape, but you can also use a glue stick. But make sure that you just do the edges of 3 sides, leaving the fourth side and the center free from adhesive. I'll show you a close-up in just a second. So I put the double stick tape on the edge of 3 sides, leaving the center and the top or fourth side bare, so that there's an opening once you press that square piece onto the t-shirt. Now I'm going to take a complementary color, so blue, because there's blue lines in my pattern, and I'm going to cut out a tie shape piece. You can make this as thick or as thin as possible. And like a men's tie, there's a point on one end. I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner for my liking. Now I'm going to take a glue stick. So we're going to line it up in the center of the collar. As you can see, I'm folding those corners up and putting the tie in the center of it. Now I'll take some a glue stick and put a little bit, or you can use double stick tape if you have it, onto the tie. Make sure you don't use excessive amount. You just need a little bit to make it adhesive to the paper. If you use too much, it will seep out the sides. And place it in the center of the collar where you want. I'm going to take the same blue paper and just make a small square, and I'm going to glue it right to the top of the tie for the knot of the tie. Again, you don't need a lot of glue, just enough so it sticks to the paper. This step is, you don't have to do this step, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a little glue in the inside part of the paper so that the two halves that are folded will stay together. But if you choose to write your note inside of the t-shirt, you don't need to do this step. Next, I'm taking the blue paper again, and I'm going to create a triangle. So I first made a square. This is just easier for me. And now I'm creating a 3-sided piece. And I'll cut it down so it fits into the pocket. Like so. And I'll put a little glue to make it stay inside the pocket. Now it's time to write your note. Like I said, you can write a note on a white piece of paper, cut it to the size, and place it inside the shirt. But I'm just going to write a short little note to my husband as if it's from his boys. And then glue it to the back of the Origami t-shirt. Again, use your preference of adhesive. Put a little bit on, not too much so the glue doesn't seep through the edges once you press down, and you have your finished product. Hope everyone has a happy Father's Day. Here are the instructions that how I got the Origami t-shirt card. I got them